If you're using Trading212 to invest, there are features in the app that can make investing cheaper, easier, and improve you as an investor. The problem is, most people using the platform don't even know these features even exist. In this video, I'm going to share with you 17 Trading212 tips to help you avoid unnecessary fees, organize your portfolio, and help you get far more out of the platform. And towards the end of the video, I'll share with you one feature that will help you take your investing to the next level. Plus, I'm doing a giveaway on the channel, so make sure you stick around to the end of the video for more details. Now, with that being said, let's start with tip number 1, organizing your settings. If you're anything like me, before you even start a task, you just want everything optimized to your specific needs. Trading212 is no different. So before we dive into features, let's just make sure we have a clean base to operate from. To do this, click the pie button, which takes you to your investment portfolio. Then hit the cog at the top right hand side of the screen. At the bottom of this menu, press Reorder Sections. Now you can manually press and drag the different tabs to suit your preferred layout. For me, I like to have investments, asset allocations, and pending orders at the top because I'm currently doing my £5 a day experiment. And speaking of settings, let's just get this one out of the way, and that is tip number 2, setting your preferred theme. You're probably going to check your portfolio at least once a day. Let's face it, it's probably a lot more than that. So we might as well make it look nice. To do this, hit the 3 lines at the bottom right hand side of the screen. I'm just going to refer to this as the menu button from now on, and scroll down to settings. Here, second from bottom, open the theme tab, and you can select between navy, which is my preferred option, black, or white, which I find extremely jarring. I guess I'm a creature of the night. Right, now our settings are customized, we can move on to tip number 3, deposit via bank transfer. We obviously need to deposit money onto Trading212 to get started, and the best way to do this is via bank transfer. If we click the menu button and select Manage Funds, we can select the deposit method on this screen here. As you can see, using any of these top 4 recommended methods are completely free and are usually instant. If you use Apple or Google Pay or another card method, you pay a 0.7% fee on anything after £2,000. So for every £1,000 that you deposit, you pay a £7 fee, which you don't have to. So don't do it. Tip number 4, ISA flexibility. One of the reasons Trading212 is so popular is because it's incredibly user-friendly, and nothing demonstrates this more than the flexible ISA featured on the app. I'll show you what I mean. If we go to the home screen, you can see my remaining allowance here. If we hit the menu button and go to Manage Funds, you can see the big blue button saying Move Funds. Select this and you can move cash directly from your Stocks and Shares ISA over to your cash ISA with just a few clicks. To demo this, I'll move £100 over. Now, if we switch over to the cash ISA, you can see that £100 that I just moved over. And also note that it didn't affect my remaining allowance. I'll quickly move the £100 back into my Stocks and Shares ISA account, and I'll explain why in tip number 5, interest on cash. I've mentioned this in other videos, but you can actually earn interest on uninvested cash, even when it's held in your Stocks and Shares ISA. Click the menu button and select interest on cash. If you haven't enabled it already, you'll see an option to enable interest. I've already enabled this on my account, and it seems like a no-brainer, but there are a few caveats. The first is that a portion of your uninvested cash is actually held in what's called qualifying money market funds. These are essentially low-risk, short-term investments. Which brings us to our second point. Because they're classed as investments, the money held in qualifying money market funds are not protected by the Financial Services Compensation Scheme. You can check where your uninvested cash is being held within the app. Just select interest on cash and scroll down. You will see the banks placed at the top and then the qualifying money market funds at the bottom. Tip number 6, use a limit order. Whenever I personally make an investment, I typically use a market order. All that means is whenever the order is placed, it gets fulfilled at the next available market price. However, that's not the only way to place an order. If we click on these Amazon shares and select buy, you can see that there are 4 options available: the default market order, a limit order, stop order, and a stop limit order. Using a limit order gives you a little more agency and control over the price you want to pay for shares. Say you want to buy one share and the price you want to pay is $200. Remember, these shares are priced in dollars, and more on that in a second. I simply set my desired buying price, click review order, and then I can send the order to the market. Now, if the share price of Amazon drops to $200, Trading 212 will execute on my limit order. Quite useful if you're good at projecting. Tip number 7, understanding FX fees. I mentioned dollars a minute ago, and that's especially relevant when talking about FX fees. These are fees associated with buying shares in a foreign country. Being from the UK, the domestic currency I use is the Great British Pound. Going back to our Amazon example, if I wanted to buy shares, they would need to be in United States dollars. Trading 212 completes this conversion, and this falls under the FX fees. If I were to buy Amazon shares, once I review the order, you'll see the FX rate here. Trading 212 have a fixed fee of 0.15% when converting currencies, which are among the lowest available. Tip number 8, understanding FX rates. While on the topic of FX fees, it's important to understand how FX rates can impact your investments. Whenever you exchange currencies, you expose yourself to the exchange rate difference. And of course, exchange rates change over time. Sometimes they can work for you, other times they can go against you. Generally speaking, a weaker pound gives higher yields for foreign investments, and a stronger pound gives lower yields. This is because when you convert your invested currency back into pounds, it's more expensive, so you get less bang for your buck. You can keep track of this on Trading 212, and that leads us to tip number 9, monitoring FX impacts. Going back to my foreign investment in Amazon, if we click on the return value, it opens this window where you can see the FX impact on the holding. In this example, it's actually been beneficial for me, with it being positive at 0.6%. Tip number 10, set price alerts. We all live busy lives, and if you're the kind of person that likes to engage in the stock market, setting price alerts can help you keep an eye on a number of stocks at the same time, especially during periods of volatility. To set this up, select any stock and click the funny money alarm icon in the top right. It gives some handy default options to select from, plus or minus 5 or 10% of the current price. Set your desired value and then set the price alert. Tip number 11, automate your investments. In order to do this, you need to create a pie, which is a key feature of using the Trading 212 platform. I'm going to quickly set this up, but if you wanted a full breakdown on how this is done, I have a full guide on the Trading 212 app you can find on my channel. And while on the topic, I'd appreciate you subscribing to the channel as it really helps me out. After you've chosen what's in your pie, you're met with this screen where you can select Auto Invest. Here you can set your initial deposit, how frequently you want your deposits to be, and even how long your automation runs for. Tip number 12, importing investments. If you have an existing pie, but you'd like to add another stock or fund to it, you can do this using the import feature. Select the pie you want, then click on the 3 dots on the top right. Select import investments, then you can choose from your existing investments to pull in. For this example, we'll pull in Amazon and we can decide how much of the holding we want to add to the pie. You need to rebalance the pie so it adds up to 100%. I don't want to confirm this action, but note that you can also export investments from your pie by selecting this option. This is the same process but in reverse. Tip number 13, analysing investments. You can probably tell, but I'm a big fan of diverse ETFs. But if you fancy yourself a stock picker, Trading 212 have all the tools and information necessary for you to analyse before committing to your investment. If I were to look into a stock, the first place I would start are the financials. Scroll all the way down and click on the financials tab. Here you can get a great high-level look at how the company are performing and how they are utilising their cash flow. Back out and scroll up a bit and you can see more stats relating to the company. There's a ton you can dive into here, but if you select See All, you can find the beta score, which is a good general indicator to look at. Amazon has a current beta score of 1.42. And what is a beta score, you ask? Well, that is how volatile a stock is in relation to the wider market. Generally speaking, anything above 1 means higher volatility, and anything less than 1 has a lower volatility. Tip number 14, chart features. I won't spend very long here simply because I don't really use these features, but if you've ever traded crypto before, these will look very familiar to you. If you click on this double arrow icon within a stock, it brings up the Trade and View software. I'm not really going to go any deeper than this because it's something I don't use, but I just wanted to make you aware of it and show you where you can find it. Tip number 15, social feeds. Staying in the stock, you can scroll down to the feed and click See All. Here you can see the latest posts and news relating to the company, and you can even join the feed to stay up to date. You can also press the social button at the bottom menu and it will take you to a general feed where people post various articles, analysis and opinions that can be pretty wild at times. Tip number 16, further information. I've got 2 great ones to leave you with if you want to further your investment education. Click on the menu button and then Learn, and it will take you to a Trading 212 source where you can read up on anything you're not sure about. Or you can just drop a comment below and I'll do my best to answer it. And finally, tip number 17, Trading 212 support. I don't know about you guys, but I really value customer service and customer support. And it's nice that it's really easy to find on Trading 212. Go back to the menu and scroll down to Contact Us. Here you can start a chat and resolve any issues you may be having. If you made it this far in the video, you're an absolute legend. And like I promised at the top, I'm going to be doing a giveaway to celebrate the channel getting 500 subscribers. I'm going to be giving away £50 to one of my subscribers, and in order to enter, you obviously have to be subscribed to the channel and answer the question that's going to be on a community post that goes out with this video. I'll select one lucky winner at random and we can organise payment after. I know some people might be reluctant to give details, so I'll probably do an Amazon gift voucher or something like that. After all, I've featured them enough in this video. Anyway, this video is long enough. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you in the next one. Hint, hint.